I want to talk to you today about mobile websites and why they're increasingly becoming just crucial for your nonprofit. I'm going to attach a quick infographic that really just hit me, because every time I look at one of these, I'm blown away by the stats. Just absolutely floored with how quickly mobile usage has grown, how much the technology's changed. I'm just fascinated by mobile in and of itself and everything around it. So let me just run you through a few of my quick takeaways on this infographic that you can check out for yourself. The first point is that in 2014, they're predicting that mobile usage will overtake fixed desktop usage. Because, I mean, just look at the proliferation of these devices. Look at how many of them there are. It's constantly with you. So that's a big one. Now, number two. So 1/2 of all local searches are on a mobile device, which just makes sense because, you know, if you're looking for something local, you're going to use the device that detects exactly where you are and gives you results that are tailored to your specific geographic location. So that's huge because most nonprofits do operate locally. I mean, we work with a few that are national, but here in Memphis, you've got over 3,000 nonprofits, and the vast majority of those are working just in this community. So you have to factor that in, that, you know, if you don't have a great local mobile experience, then you are, you know, significantly missing some opportunities there. All right, next up. So I love this one because I've said this for years. The internet has given everybody ADD. So now you've got 86% of mobile users are using their mobile device while they're watching TV. So they're not just watching television, they're also engaging with potentially your website. They may be looking at an email blast. I mean, you've got multiple screens that are being used to get these messages across. And people's attention is divided. So you have to be sure that your message can really stand out from all that noise. So next up is that Americans on average spend 2.7 hours per day socializing on their mobile device. That's almost half as much time as they spend eating and almost 1/3 as much time as they spend sleeping every single day. That they're using a device to interact over social media networks, texts, phone calls, just general socialization, not just social media, of course, but staggering figure that people are spending that much time on their device. So let's talk about, what does all this mean for your nonprofit? Because, you know, the numbers don't lie. People are using their mobile devices more and more and more. If you don't think people are using their mobile to hit your website, then go check your analytics, because I think you'll be shocked. And Google's really made it very easy for you to track that. I mean, down to, you know, what kind of device is it? An iOS? Is it an iPad? Is it an Android? Is it an iPhone? When you go look and you see, you realize that 20% of the people coming to your website are using a mobile device, and you don't have a mobile-friendly website, and you don't have a responsive design, and you don't have any functionality that helps push them towards the goals that you want them to take from that mobile device, which has very limited functionality, and their attention span is going to be potentially very limited, then you are sorely missing out on some opportunities to engage with your target audience. The reality is just that these numbers are only going to go up. I mean, they're not going down in any way. I mean, you look at the trends over the last few years and it looks a lot like this. So the last point that I would make is simply that mobile friendliness and having a great mobile website for your potential donors, for your audience, whoever it happens to be, is much more within your grasp than you might realize. The technology, I tell people this all the time when we talk about building websites, the technology just has come so far in the last 4 to 5 years using, you know, some of the content management systems out there that you may have your website built on. WordPress, Joomla, Drupal. They have plug and play extensions that can give you a mobile website. If not, I mean, the cost for you to add a mobile style sheet that changes your website to format it to work on a device is not going to cost you, you know, the same amount that you paid to have your website developed. It's often very, very cost effective. So if you haven't looked into that yet, then I highly suggest that you should. Stay tuned, we'll have some more coming. Check out the infographic below, and if we can ever be of service, and let us know.